We continue learning Mesilas Yesharim Yomi with this incredible Hachzik program. We're in the middle of the 11th chapter, the chapter of Nikiyas in the Mesilas Yesharim. We pick it up on page 198 in the Artscroll Mesilas Yesharim. Says the Ramchal, a bit of a summary, that which we've been talking about for the past few days in this topic of Nikiyas. We have discussed two very difficult Averis. That people are likely to stumble banpeyam, not with the Aveira itself, but with the offshoots of the Aveira. Because there's so many offshoots, and the heart pulls a person to these Aveiros due to his desire for them. And that's why we just spoke extensively about the Nikiyas in Gezela. We mentioned how careful one has to be when he's on someone else's clock, like when he's sitting at work. And number two is we mentioned the pull of Arayis, that not only is the actual act usher, but even the looking, smelling, tasting, acting, talking, etc., even listening. And actually even thinking about Arayis. And we continue, says the Ramchal, after Gezel on the top, Arayis number two, what's the next level? Le'inyin hachem, the terms of that which a person desires. Hineu iser hamachalois, to eat that which is forbidden. How commonly we see people being lax in kashrus, people not caring so much. Says the Ramchal, this is number three. After Gezela, after Arayis comes kashrus. Bein b'inyan hatrivas atzon in regard to non-kosher food itself. Bein b'inyan darvusayim, a mixture of non-kosher food. Bein b'inyan kosher b'chalav adam. Whether we're talking about milk and meat, bas v'chalav, whether we're talking about milk, forbidden fats and blood. Bein b'shulei goyim, b'shalakom, meaning giuliakom, utensils belonging to goyim, yayin niskam, yayin nesach, fan favorite, v'stam yinam, and stam wines are all forbidden. Kol elu anikis b'hem zuchen dikta gadol. All of these require great diktuk, absolutely precise, to be clean of these averos. V'sarich chizik, and always need chizik. The heart is drawn after good food. And the monetary loss that one could have when he's careful from these areas. All the different details, that's brought down all the paiskim. And of course, we see nowadays how common it is for people to eat with shvachat erim, not such good at kashrus, not being so careful with the milk, the meat, the different things in their house. Says the Mesilas Yesharim, why? Because the nefesh of a person is mechamdasan, the food. But continues Ramchal, if you're lenient where you're supposed to be stringent, Einoi Ella, you're destroying yourself, corrupting your own soul. You should not contaminate yourself, because then you will be contaminated. If you make yourself tameh, in the end they will make you defiled. What does that mean? What do machals asuras do? They put badness, they put impurity, they put tama into your heart and soul. It pushes out the godliness, and it distances one from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is Gemara in Yuma. You should become contaminated through them. I'll take that they're going to make you tameh. That doing a sin in this regard, when it comes to machalos asurais, is metamtem. It obstructs, it putrefies the heart of a person. Why? How does it do that? Because it removes from on the dea amitis, the correct knowledge, ruach asichal, and his intellect, that which Hashem gives us is removed by eating these forbidden foods. And what happens? A person slowly descends back into his animalistic and materialistic desires. Sunk into the gasus, the thickness, the heaviness, the coarseness of this world. Machos Yisuris is more harmful than everything else. It's true, we spoke about that the sight, when someone looks at something inappropriate, goes into the neshama, and he hears something, and all the different arayas go into the person, but they're not mamish consumed. When it comes to eating machalas asura, something that's forbidden, it literally goes into the body, and it makes flesh of his own flesh. This is one of the reasons how careful and critical it is to be so careful with kashrus, and we'll pick up learning Nikiyas from here, Mirza Hashem.